This is the 5 tech things that you should know about episode number 49. Ladies and gentlemen, one away from 50, but it is sponsored by Mozy.com. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here with TVazine in association with Geekazine. Found over on the techpodcast.tv network. If it's tech and it's video, it's here. Also brought to you on blip.tv, brought to you over on VodPod, brought to you on your Boxy, brought to you on your Roku, brought to you on everything. So please come over and say hi, write a review, give me some stars, or don't give me stars at all and say that this is a horrible show. I'd be sad. Anyway, episode number 50 is next week, and we are doing some major renovation. You should see the basement right now. It's horrible. And I'm going to have it all cleaned up for episode number 50. We might have some new graphics. We might have some new stuff, depending on how much I can get done. Of course, if you want to help, you're more than welcome to. Geekazine@gmail.com or call me at 608-205-4378. All right, folks, it's your life online. You need to back it up. Remember that code GEEK, G-E-E-K, get you 10% off that already low price over at Mozy.com. $4.95 a month. It's the price of a hard drive per year. It backs up your data, your pictures, your videos, everything. Back up now, back up often, back up off-site with Mozy.com. Use the code GEEK, and you're getting an additional 10% off that already low price. So be protected of your data and get that done now. Back up now, back up often, back up off-site with Mozy.com. All right, getting into the 5 tech things, we're going to start about what Apple did over the weekend. They upgraded their computers. The Mac Pro was the big one. 12 core processors for Mac Pros. It was making me salivate till I saw the price, and then I just kind of went, okay, I'm done. $5,000 for a computer, all ATI graphics. It's kind of sad that they switched to ATI graphics, all ATI graphics. I really love the NVIDIA engine. Other things that Mac also has is the new iMacs are out there, 27-inch monitors, awesome stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing this in my living room, replacing my TV. But the biggest thing is this little thing right here. It's called the Magic Trackpad. Well, what is it? It's just like your iPhone's pad here, a little glass trackpad that you can do all the pinching and resizing and moving around and stuff like that. It's great. The only problem I have with it, I've used tablets before. I used to have a Wacom tablet, and I used to use the pen and I used to draw with it, and it was great. However, I couldn't see things directly onto the pad. That was a problem. I don't know if I'll have that problem with this trackpad. I also wonder if it'll work with a Windows PC. As long as I have Bluetooth, I should be able to connect it up, right? $69 is for this little puppy right here. Are you going to get one of these little Magic Trackpads? Let me know. 608-205-4378 or geekazine@gmail.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great time to be shooting video. I got my video cameras. I want this video camera right here. What is it? It's a Panasonic HDT. It's the SDT 750, and it is a 3D commercial style camera, or I'm sorry, consumer style camera. You'll be able to buy this camera, and it's actually not that bad. It's only $1,400. Now, they say that it does record in 1080p. It's not a true 1080p because what happens is they got to create 2 frames and put those frames together. So it's slightly under 1080p, but you really don't know the difference. It's really pointless to talk about that whole thing. But it is a great commercial camera. If you want to get into 3D, you might want to check it out. But they've been showing video up on YouTube of the 3D. I'd love to see it for home movies and stuff like that. Another thing you have to be concerned about is if you record what you record. If you use it and then push it out on something else, will that 3D still be viable, or will you just see a big blur in your video? So a lot of different things to be concerned about when you're recording in 3D, but this looks like a pretty cool 3D option. Now, if you want less of a 3D option, here's one right here. It's called the Minoru, and it's not bad for what it does. It is a webcam that works in 3D. It does do red-blue 3D, so you just need regular 3D glasses for it. But it does do the job, and it's only about 50 bucks nowadays, so would you choose the Panasonic for $1,400 or this little puppy for $50? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about Foursquare. Really cool. This is starting to crop up everywhere. I was just downtown Madison, a great place called State Street Brats. You can have a beer, you can have a brat. We were going to go watch a movie. We decided to go eat there. I checked in on Foursquare. I found out if I was the mayor of Foursquare for State Street Brats, I would get a free brat, chips, and a drink. Really? That's pretty cool stuff. And that's what's happening now. Foursquare, apparently it's very easy to connect up and get a special going through Foursquare. You're not paying an arm and a leg. And so regular consumers are getting really cool stuff instead of like the 10% off some garment that they'd never sell anyway type thing. Folks, I promise this is the last time I'm talking about Facebook for a couple weeks. This week, it's a little bit different. You've probably been seeing some changes in your Facebook, like for instance, the top where you type in what you're doing. They also implemented a questions area. They're building up their customer service, their customer support, so they make you a little bit happier about your experience. They've also created a better delete option. So maybe these 500 million people won't be around too much longer. There's still a lot of problems. The biggest problem happened last night. 171 million Facebook users. Their data was put into a file and put up on a torrent site, about 2.85 gigs worth of data. Now, it didn't have your passwords or anything like that, but it did have your name, did have pictures, it had your phone, your email, any type of contact information. I keep my Facebook pretty open. I keep stuff in it that I want people to know. The number I have, for example, the phone number, is 608-205-4378. You know that anyway. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. So my profile information is nothing that I wouldn't want you to have. Jeff, can you please help do a podcast article, whatever, to get the truth about Walmart and RFID tags? I see a lot of conspiracy lovers, and I see some articles with some minimal factual information. Help an old friend out. Well, Penny, I will help you out. And of course, I'll help anybody out. All you have to do is send me an email. Let's talk about RFID tags. RFID tags, they're not uncommon. You've seen them before. When you go to the electronics side, you see these little tags, you pull them off, and you got these little wires on the back of the tag, kind of like this one is. Now they've pretty much narrowed down the technology so they can do a lot more. Walmart had it on their crates, the shipping crates, to find out where their clothes were and so on and so forth, so they don't lose merchandise, which makes sense. Now they want to put them on clothing. Some people say they want to embed them into clothing. Now, that does bring a lot of privacy issues, simply because of the fact that you could walk in a store, if you bought, let's say, this shirt in a store like Walmart, and you pass by a booth or something like that, all of a sudden advertising can be tailored to you because you have an RFID tag sewn somewhere within the collar. I don't know if privacy groups will let Walmart sew something into a garment. I don't know if Walmart wants to take the extra time to have things sewed into their garments. I think a lot of this stuff will just be tags you can peel off and throw in the garbage. I looked online and I found that I could actually get an RFID scanner I plug into my computer, into my laptop, for about $160. I could walk in with an iPhone with an RFID scanner and I could scan everything in the store. Now, it's great tracking to find out whether clothing is there or gone and how much articles you have of clothing you have in there, but a lot of people are really concerned people will get tracked otherwise. Whether that happens or not, if it's a conspiracy theory or not, if Big Brother's watching or not, guess what? They're doing it anyway. They're looking at you through cameras. As long as they don't sew them into the clothing, I'm perfectly fine with this because I can always rip out that tag. Now, somebody might even get a little bit entrepreneurial on it and actually create something for your iPhone so you can actually catalog what you have for clothes. That would be cool. And that is your 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.geekazine.com. Please go over to the website, subscribe. If you like this show, go into iTunes and please write a review and give me a 1 star, 2 stars, fun. So we will see you next week on the 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Take care. Have you been seeing Facebook crop up even more and crop up? It's crop up.